Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Frankie Smith Funeral Home.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm your host, Paul Jasson. Thank you for joining us. Entertaining show as we get ready on a beautiful day as we're taping today down here at Fairfield Federal downtown. It's an absolutely perfect looking morning out here, and I think a great day in store for us here in Lancaster and Fairfield County. The second half of the show today, we'll be talking about Bit of Luck, upcoming at Fisher Catholic, the big fundraising event they have. So we'll have that in a little bit. But our first half of the show today, this time of the year, there are so many great events going on. But one of the ones that people really get geared up for and really enjoy going to is Ham and Eggs out at Ohio University, Lancaster. One of the premier events for, I believe, 48 years. Our guest will tell us about that for sure, but I think it's been around 48 years. It's just been a marvelous event out there, the Lancaster Men's Chorus. We're going to talk about that, and Lancaster Men's Chorus, this is a big deal, Eric.
Yep, big
Eric
deal
McCready.
every year.
Let me introduce Eric McCready.
Thanks, Paul.
Eric is a member and has been so for maybe 15 years.
About 15 years.
15 years in this. There must be some attraction there that keeps drawing you back because this is a lot of work. You spend a lot when it gets to be showtime. And now, besides Ham and Eggs, you folks do more now. You have other concerts you do. So really, this is on and off for a lot of months in the year.
Yeah, this is our big concert, but
Sure.
it's a great group of guys, and we have a real fun time doing it. One day a week. It's just nice to get out and just get the guys and sing, have a good time.
Well, I've got a little poster here, and Shane, I'll show you that, but I know you've got a big one to talk about, but it's May 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So it's a couple of weeks away yet.
Yep.
Out at Ohio University, and a little bit different this year. It's going to be at 7:30.
Yeah, we're going to move it up to 7:30. Trying to get a little earlier start so people can get home a little earlier too in the evening. So same length of time the show, but an hour for the first half, an hour for the second.
Well, I can't imagine anyone really around here that doesn't know what Ham and Eggs is, but for that one or two people perhaps that don't know that, this is a big concert that the Lancaster Men's Chorus has put on again for 48 years. It's a big deal. Ham and Eggs, it's divided into two segments. The first half, the ham, is comedy. And I think over the years I've seen so many things, but I think always what draws people to that is there always are so many local references. A business will be thrown out there, a name will be thrown out there. It's just, and it's always put in a position where it's very humorous. So you guys really have a good time. I can tell that.
Oh, we definitely do, and I'm sure we won't fail to any expectations this year. With the theme of this year's show is Just for the Halibut, and it's
Just
about
for the halibut. That's right.
many businesses at a certain location on Memorial Drive that have a fish business that was there for many years, and
That's
people
right.
have tried to be in. And we're playing some play on that business and that location and some other issues in the city of Lancaster that are near and dear to people's hearts. So it'll be a fun time, and it's great. It's a great comedy, so we have a good time.
Now, Becky Clark, God bless her, I can't imagine how many toes have been stepped on her toes over the years. Becky is, of course, a wonderful dancer. And has been your guys' mentor and go-to girl on teaching you. I don't think she ever claimed success in teaching you guys to dance, having seen that. So, because she is so wonderful, and you guys, for the most part, it appears, have two left feet.
Most of the time, we've got two left feet. Yeah. It's she does a wonderful job, though.
Boy, she's the best.
And as usual, she's working with us, and got a few of us in there to dress up and do different things throughout the show and dance, and some ladies, we'll be dancing with some guys in the restaurant, so it'll be a good time.
Just for the Halibut is the name of it. It's May 8, 9, 10, 11, and begins at 7:30 each day. That's what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, Wednesday. Right. Wednesday would be the dress rehearsal.
Right.
It's we do reserve the right to stop the show, maybe go back and do a repeat.
Real
maybe
relaxed.
somebody, it's real relaxed, a little more
relaxed.
informal, but as far as I know, we've never had to do that. So, but
And you can get tickets down at just down the street here at Marine Cephaloos
Yeah.
Insurance Agency. And how much are they for the $8 for the dress?
for the dress rehearsal Wednesday night will be $8, and then all the other evenings, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, will be $10.
I'll guarantee you won't spend $10 in any better way. Now, again, we talk about the first half and Just for the Halibut. And again, great references. And anybody that's seen it, you all know how much fun this is and how much fun these guys have doing it. And then there's an intermission, a brief intermission. They come back and they're all cleaned up. Man, you guys clean up well too. I'll say that.
Yeah, we do. We do occasionally.
I'm glad to see you get out of the women's clothes and get into men's clothes once in a while.
I try to occasionally.
But the second half is really the concert half of the show, and gosh, you guys are good. You practice probably almost all year long to do this because all the music is done from memory,
Yep.
and my goodness, the second half is such a change from the great fun you have. It's much more in the music mode. Your pianist this year is.
Perry Norris.
Still Perry
Yes,
Norris.
Yeah, Perry's our head.
Gosh,
yeah.
you couldn't have a better pianist than him. He is
beautiful.
just wonderful. And Mark Severance is your director.
Yep,
and
he'll
I
be
guess
directing.
he's doing double duty, right? He's
Oh, yeah.
involved in directing perhaps the ham part of the show and all that too.
We have a few songs in that part of the show that he works with us on, and he helps us out through that part too. But his main thing is just directing that second half and trying to make our voices sound beautiful and make sure we're in tune and on point there.
Well, you do such a great job that second half. I think we all think of Garland Snyder and the big finish that he's always involved with there. But what are some of the songs you'll be singing in that second half?
This year are mainly going to be the 70s. We've got some Beatles, Lennon McCartney, the Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, with the big Queen.
That's perfect
movie.
timing.
So
Perfect timing for that.
We also have some Unchained Melody, some older
Righteous
ones too.
Brothers, yeah.
So we even have a newer one with a Billy Joel song. So it's kind of more a little more 70s, maybe 80s, early 80s, 60s. So it'll be a well-performed show.
And it always is. Now, this is, again, kind of the climax, the high point to your year, I'm sure, is Ham and Eggs. You do a Christmas concert, but really this is the on-point thing. And I think it's important to note that while we mentioned the tickets are $8 for the dress rehearsal on May 8th, and then 9, 10, 11 are $10.
Yes.
And the money goes, it just doesn't go to buy music, although that is what it goes for, of course. You guys have a very important thing you do with that money.
And I think this is the reason why most of the men sing in the chorus is we sing to further the music education of kids to pursue a college degree in music or for teaching music, whether it's a local high school, whatever. So all the proceeds we do go towards our scholarship fund, and we hand out scholarships every year to local kids within Fairfield County or young adults that are going on to college in a music degree and pursuing that. So, and right now we're about over $110,000 total in giving out in scholarships.
15 years ago when you joined this, and I'm sure that wasn't anything you joined it for, was for that. You just joined it because of the enjoyment of singing and the fellowship with the guys. But now here you are 15 years later. Who would have thought over $100,000 raised to help young people further their music career? That's remarkable.
It is. And I think it's a great asset to the community. The music and the arts here in the Lancaster community is so well represented between ours, the Lancaster Chorale, all the different music groups out there, and then with the peak of it, the festival. So
I talk Clarence McCoy. I have Clarence McCoy on. Clarence is, of course, and I think he sings with you this year.
Yes,
That's right.
He's a bass,
Well, he's a big bass.
Big
He's a big
bass,
That's
yeah,
right.
very good.
But he also directs the Lancaster Community Chorus. But when he's on, I talk about that, and I could talk with you about it. I think there was a time probably in Lancaster, Fairfield County, where if you were into music in high school, that's great, but that may have been about the end of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go to college and come back, you've got the men's chorus, the community chorus, the Lancaster Chorale. There's a Lancaster Fairfield Youth Choir that sings. There's women have a barbershop quartet, one voice. Lots of opportunities now to stay around here and sing. And I know you guys are always looking for new members and new blood into the group. I mean, that's what keeps it fresh and going.
Yeah.
Now, this is your Ham and Eggs coming up May 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th at Ohio University Lancaster. Does that end your season? Is that the end?
That ends the season. Pretty much after that week of the show, we'll call it quits for the summer. We'll take the summer off, and then basically at Labor Day we'll get back together.
So if anybody is interested in joining or getting involved somehow in the Lancaster men's chorus in the fall is when that kind of starts going on?
Yeah. It's always the week after Labor Day. It's on Monday evenings at 8 o'clock. We meet down at St. Peter's Church, just down the block diagonal from the library. We meet there. There's no auditions.
Sure.
Come, join in, sing. And, it's a great group of guys, and I'm sure we'll make you feel welcome. And if you want to come to the show this year, come to the show. We always stand in the back, talk to somebody, and we'll be glad to make
You're always recruiting.
We are always recruiting. We always need able voices that can sing. So.
Well, and again, so if
enjoy doing that.
I know you have a Facebook page, you can look it up, but there's people around. You'll know so many people that are in the. What's the size of the group now? Do you know a number?
I believe 24 right now.
24.
Yeah.
So they're always looking for basses and tenors, people to come in here, and as soloists, they always like to have that. If there's any young guys come out here, get your chance to audition for the solo, and again, it's Ham and Eggs, and it's just for the halibut. I mean, I'm always impressed with how much work goes into the ham part of that. Golly, I mean. You must spend a great deal of time on working on the humor of this because it's always so tied in together and so well thought out.
Yeah, the group of guys that does this, Jim Averill, Wes Osborne, Sam Benham, and some of these guys, they have creative minds, and they usually get together in the fall and start throwing some ideas and see what sticks on the wall. And it's amazing. Once you start moving, you can come up with some pretty good, funny scenarios here.
Well, this is, again, the 48th year for Ham and Eggs, and it's just a wonderful experience out at Ohio University Lancaster, the Jeff Wagner Theater. Becky Clark is your choreographer. She helps you guys so much in the dancing aspect of it. Mark Severance is directing some numbers in the first half. He's also the director of the Lancaster Men's Chorus in the second half with the Eggs part where they really have the concert. Looking forward to another great year.
Looking for another great year.
This
Beautiful.
is 15 years. Does it seem like it sneaks up a little quickly on
you
every year?
It does. I guess it comes that way, but it's amazing. It all comes together that last week, and it's a great group of guys, and it's all hands on deck, and we get it done. And then this is for a great cause. It's getting the money to the develop
benefit scholarship. And I always appreciate it. You put all the names of the people.
Yes.
And really, there's a lot of names that you recognize in there. People that have gone on, frankly, to get involved in music later in their life, and maybe this is a big part of it.
Yeah, and it's every little bit helps.
Yeah.
And it helps out in your education. It helps out, and it shows an interest in our community to that youth to say, we're here to support you, and we have you. So,
well, we appreciate Eric McCready joining us today. He is a member of the Lancaster Men's Chorus, and they'll be performing Just for the Halibut. Yes, you heard that correctly, the halibut. It's a Ham and Eggs, May 8, 9, 10, and 11, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday's a dress rehearsal. Tickets are $8, $10 for 9, 10, and 11. I'll guarantee it's a great time out there. It's just a wonderful time. I don't know if you'll have as much time as these guys have on stage.
Yeah.
It's obvious you enjoy it up there, and everybody has both the Ham and Eggs. They enjoy it.
Yes,
Eric, thank you for joining us,
Thanks,
buddy.
Paul.
We appreciate it. Go out there and see that at the Jeff Wagner Theater. You can get down here in Marine Cephalou, 654-0332 if you want to get tickets, or any member of the Lancaster Men's Chorus.
Correct.
Would be able to have it. It's a great time. May 8th through the 11th, Just for the Halibut, the Lancaster Men's Chorus. We'll be back on Bit of Luck this week.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Day. I want to thank Eric McCready discussing ham and eggs. Again, one of the fun events that we have every year around here. And again, we'll talk about another fun event coming to benefit Fisher Catholic and the Catholic community in town, Bit of Luck, out there at Fisher Catholic coming up this weekend. So that's a big event for them. I want to thank the good folks here at Fairfield Federal for allowing us to come in each week and sit here in a little corner of this place to talk about current events and things that are going around Lancaster and Fairfield County. Have so many great things happening always. We love to talk about as many as we can. I want to mention, though, as we mentioned at the outset of the show, what a beautiful day it is. Well, now as we move into the springtime of the year, golly, a lot of people thinking about home projects. And if you're thinking about a home project, certainly Fairfield Federal should be on your list of calls to make, or if you go online, look at fairfieldfederal.com. That's what they're all about here is home loans, loans for projects, things along that line. They have a wonderful website where many of your questions could be answered, fairfieldfederal.com. They can talk about rates, they can talk about business banking, internet banking, e-banking, personal banking. All that information is there. Where the locations are here on the west side up at Pickerington, all that is available easily. If you look up fairfieldfederal.com, they've got the phone numbers. You make a call to one of these places. You'll talk to a local banker. And again, it's local people who will be making those decisions, not some corporate out of Lancaster or Fairfield County. They'll actually make the decisions here. You'll talk to a local person here, and they'll guide you through the whole scenario, whether it's buying a home or updating your home as we move into the springtime of the year. If you've got some of those money questions, fairfieldfederal.com is a good place to start. Again, it's Bit of Luck. I want to welcome back Mike LeMay. Mike, how are you, buddy?
Morning, Paul. How are you?
Mike has been a worker out there. How many years now as the auctioneer?
20.
20 years at Bit of Luck out at Fisher Catholic, and that'll be coming up this Saturday night. It's the big fundraiser. Really, as a Catholic school, I think most people know they don't receive public funds as city schools do. So it's up to them to come up with creative, inventive ways to do this. And many years ago, the doc thought this up, and
Dr. and Mrs. Snyder.
Yeah, Gordon Snyder, and Gordon still's out there every time. He sits up front and is a prominent part of this, and they've done such a wonderful job. But you look at where it's come from 20 years ago. It's really a big deal now.
Really
and without
blossomed.
it, Fisher Catholic would really struggle, I think, without the money they raise from this. And again, I hope many of you, have been to Bit of Luck, because it is a huge deal out there. It's this Saturday night out of Fisher Catholic, and there are silent auction items, things you can walk around and bid on. Everything's electronic. Now, Mike, I know you're all over that. I know you're Mr. Electronic. I'm a novice at that. I'm not as sharp as you on that stuff. But now it's bidding is done with your phone. They have an app you put on your phone. It's real easy to do, very painless. Just keep bidding. That's the theory out there. Just keep bidding. And then really the thing that you're up there for is what they call the grand items, the ones that are up at the stage. This is done in the auditorium, the gymnasium at Fisher Catholic. And boy, the group of people that put this together, Betsy and Mark Loy are the chair people again this year. This is fortunate to have them back for a second straight year. Their knowledge really helps move this thing along for the committee into this second year. And the group of people that do this, Malia Quaintance, I know, is one of the ringleaders of that, but Dawn Shonkin, and so many people. Angie, the wife of our previous guest was on there, and she's our boss at Bit of Luck. But boy, these people work very hard to come up with some great items, and we'll talk about them. But then it becomes your job, of course, Mike, 20 years there, a very proud graduate of not Fisher, not Fisher, but a very proud graduate of Bishop Fenwick High School back in 1966. Dating yourself a little bit right here.
I am, or you are.
The fact that I
Very
remember
proud.
that is I'm very proud of myself for you remember that. So for 20 years you're up there, and these are some big items. There's always some nice trips, always some nice things for the outdoors, for maybe your deck out there, some grills and some opportunities to go places and see things, dinners with the priest. Really a wide variety of items
There
this
is.
year.
There's something for everyone there. Yeah.
Let's see. Things get underway. The auction starts around 8 o'clock?
Doors open at 5:30.
Yes, yeah.
The grain auction starts at 8:45.
8:45,
Yep.
okay, 8:45.
And 7 o'clock, sit-down dinner.
Yeah.
By Cheers.
Yep.
Pictures.
And you can call up Fisher Catholic and get information on the dinner. Kelly Shawn could be who you call out there. She can give you all the information on it. They still have opportunities to get a spot out there and get involved and get a paddle and get an auction. Let Mike call your number out and be a nice beneficiary to that. And again, it's a real fun time out there. It's a very, very relaxed atmosphere. A wonderful dinner, as Mike indicated, put on by Cheers, and then the auction starts at 8:45. And gosh, it's a lot of fun out there.
We have a great time.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah. So it's a great time.
Yep.
And again, there are maybe around 20 items or so, 20 to 25 is the rule, I think, that you sell up there. Mike, as the auctioneer, has done this such a super job there for 20 years up there.
And working Jonathan into it.
We don't want to move him in too fast. We still like having Dad in there do the
true.
work, but
That's true.
we
He does
appreciate it.
help.
But his son Jonathan is an auctioneer also, and he at some years comes up there and able to help too and does a great job when Jonathan comes up also. He's a Bishop Fenwick graduate. Fisher Catholic graduate. Dad is the Bishop Fenwick graduate. So 20 items or so here, and it looks like something for everybody, whether it's sports, anything up there. They've got some things.
Blue Jacket tickets.
Boy, that's
Look at
timely,
them.
isn't it?
Look at them.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
timely. That's
yeah.
timely. And
Tickets and dinner.
I was looking at one there, and that's one that kind of struck my eye, was the Lancaster Festival table and catering. There's a couple of them donated, but the one Tim and Joanne Sullivan give every year, it's a festival for the table for the second week of the festival, and it includes catering. I mean, it's a whole deal. All you do is show up, and it's there, and it's amazing. The people I think last year it was remarkable.
It was.
It was.
I asked for $100 or $200 to start it, and I had to tell them to put their hands down when they won. And that's how much fun we
I
had.
called Tim Sullivan after that and talked to him about it. He was amazed
He
and
was.
so pleased.
Yeah.
Of course, he was a boy that was from there in school too, so he was pleased that goes so well.
He's given it every year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim and Joanne. So a Buckeye football package, a Camelot themed trip from the past. Chair couples always get together and give a nice gift out there and do that. So I guess when we think of, want to give a lot of credit again to Gordon and Mary Snyder.
They started it all way back.
They started
Yeah.
once upon a time to do this, and it's. I'm not sure he ever knew it would blossom to this. I'm sure he had hopes.
I'm sure he
had
did
hopes
too.
to do this.
Yeah.
And we had a poster. I wanted to show that too. It's called An Elegant Night in Camelot. There's a theme every year, and Shane will put that the poster up there, and it's of course again a dinner auction coming up. This Saturday, April 27th, out at Fisher Catholic. And with the items that you've got to give, I hope you don't have to work too hard because they're good items.
My job's easy, as you know. We stand up there and the people start the bidding.
Yeah.
I mean, we present the item and they're off and running. Country dining's another big one out.
And
from
again, the
Mandarin.
Faubles,
The Faubles
were in
graduates.
school
Yep.
around when you were in school at Bishop
Yep.
Fenwick, but the Amanda Country Dining is always a big gift. That was given by Smith Funeral Home. That's always a big razor hair. I mean, people really enjoy going out to that.
They do.
But I'm always impressed with how many individuals, but businesses, are involved in
Very
this,
supportive.
and they are super supportive
They
of
are.
this.
They usually buy a table of 6 or 8, bring their employees, management, and we just have a great time. The gym's full.
It is
every year.
It is. It's a packed crowd out there. Still room for anybody that want to get in. Again, I'd give Kelly Shawn out at Fisher Catholic a call, and I'm sure she could accommodate you. One of the things I always think about out there is always the dinner with the father. This year, Father Eilerman again. That's always a fun time. Over the years, I know you've enjoyed doing that.
I've had a great time doing that because you never know what they're serving as the total package,
Yeah.
and people out there know the same, so they just bid.
It's a neat thing. Ava Jewelers has come on the last few
Big
years
supporter.
to become a very big supporter. Of course, she's right behind us here on Broad Street or across the street. I see some things like a Hocking Hills Wilderness Lodge. Again, there are some great things. Anything that stuck out to you?
Quarter side of beef. That
quarter
always
side of beef,
goes-
that's a
yeah,
big one.
That's by the Cochran Center.
Yes,
Yeah.
they've always given that. Again,
Yep.
Blue Jacket tickets, a Buckeye football package. They always have some nice outdoor table and chairs they're giving away. One I noticed, barbecue and brew. That sounds
Down here,
interesting.
yeah, it is.
Bob's Backyard Barbecue
Yeah,
down
it
here.
is.
That
He's
sounds nice.
going to put together a meal package and with brew,
Nice.
which always
Sure.
adds to it.
I see the Maulers, Alan and Maris. They have a 1-week stay at Snowshoe. They're
Given that for years.
Yeah, that's always one of the big events down there. A nice time, and always the last event is the tuition. They always give a Fisher Catholic tuition.
Catholic tuition.
And that's a nice item.
And in the past couple years, we've given it twice.
Is that right? Oh yeah, somebody has
Yeah.
given and then
Yeah.
done it again.
Done it again.
And again,
So,
that's what you hear out
supports
there
the
when you
school.
see that is that people will buy something and they'll donate it
Donate
back.
it back.
And it's
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
remarkable
It
the
is.
support. that-
Surprises us.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right,
that's-
and it's a
yeah.
nice surprise.
It is.
Again,
It is.
Mike LeMay is the auctioneer and done so for 20 years out there for Bit of Luck, which is this weekend, Saturday, April 27th. Again, call Fisher Catholic High School. It's in the book. You can go online. You can look it up. They're accommodated easily there. Kelly Schonk would be the one out there, and she's on the committee that does that. And it's a good committee. They work very hard.
They work
Certainly,
a lot
Mark and Betsy Loya again doing that.
A lot
and,
behind the scenes.
yes,
And they
yeah.
have it all together that night.
It's always so beautifully themed
It
too.
is.
Again, a night in Camelot, there'll be kind of that theme, and they just really turn that gymnasium into whatever the theme is,
Whatever
whether it
the
was a
theme.
Disco Fever or Wizard of Oz, whatever the theme is. They do such a great job on the committee of changing that. I usually don't get to see it until we walk in, and
Exactly.
then you walk in and well,
There it is.
They've done a great
They
job.
They have. They
Well,
have.
we appreciate Mike LeMay's 20 years doing this this Saturday out at Fisher Catholic. Bit of luck. It's a great evening, an elegant night in Camelot. Sounds just enticing to hear it, and it'll be a great evening. Go out there again, get a wonderful dinner catered by Cheers. There's always a lot of frivolity, a few adult beverages flowing around. I've heard rumors.
A couple, I've heard it too.
Okay, I
I've
wouldn't
heard
know,
it.
but I've heard rumors.
Yes.
Mike is the auctioneer up there for all the grand items. Things get underway around 5:30, doors open, but around 8:45 it's showtime, and the whole community shows up to support this, and it's just a great evening. So, Mike, we thank you for what you've done.
Surely
20
welcome,
years
Paul.
on that. Appreciate it. Mike LeMay with Bit of Luck
you.
coming up this Saturday. Thank you for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Frankie Smith Funeral Home.